Hi, this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Our devotion for today, November 9th, 2022, is from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 9, verses 12 through 17. Now the day began to wear away, and the 12 came and said to him, "Send the crowd away to go into the surrounding villages and countryside, to find lodging and get provisions, for we are here in a desolate place." But he said to them, "You give them something to eat." And they said, "We have no more than 5 loaves and 2 fish, unless we are to go to buy food for all these people." And there were about 5,000 men. And he said to his disciples, "Have them sit down in groups of about 50 each." And they did so, and had them all sit down. And taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, he looked up to heaven, and he said a blessing over them. Then he broke the loaves and gave them to the disciples to set before the crowd. And they all ate and were satisfied. And what was left over was picked up, 12 baskets of broken pieces. Our devotion today is the miracle of the feeding of the 5,000. Jesus has been teaching the crowd, and the day is coming to a close. And Jesus' disciples tell Jesus to send the crowd away so that they can get something to eat and find lodging. But Jesus tells his disciples for them to give something to eat to the crowd. They're at a loss. They don't know what to give this large crowd. All they have are 5 loaves and 2 fish. Should they go to town and buy food for the people? Jesus sees the uncertainty in their faces and hears the doubt in their words. He can sense a pregnant pause here, can't you? I can sense one. Jesus gives them direction, and the people are told to sit in groups of 50. And they do so. Jesus then takes the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and he looks to heaven, and he says a blessing over them. He then breaks the loaves and gives them to the disciples to set before the crowd. And everyone eats and is satisfied. Jesus has provided for his disciples and for the crowd. They have plenty to eat, and when the meal is finished, the disciples collect 12 baskets full of broken pieces. What we learn in this devotion is this: Jesus provides for our needs, and he provides abundantly. What the disciples and we must learn from this is, in those moments when we're in the wilderness and we think everything's hopeless, when we think things are impossible, we need to look to Jesus for our help, for our needs to be met, no matter how impossible they may seem to be or how desolate the place is that we're in. Jesus has the power to do the impossible, and he is the source to satisfy all of our needs. Go in peace. Serve the Lord.